Hi, let's take a moment to talk about something very crucial going on in our industry right now, and something that you need to be aware of. And the reason that I'm able to speak with you about this is because as I was doing some of my what's called market research this last spring, is I uncovered something that was very, very striking. So much so that I've begun to alter my own, I don't want to say my business model. I'm an attraction marketing trainer, but it certainly has altered my focus and my attention, and ultimately where my efforts will be directed. And my belief is once you find out this information, the same thing is going to happen for you. And this is how I would really, what I want you to think about is for you to become aware. That's the first thing. And from awareness, you'll then decide what you want to do because of the awareness that I'm going to bring to you right now. So let's talk about it. The big shift. There's three that I see going on. The first one is, where is the money going? And I think some people, of course, are concerned with the Great Recession going on. They want to find out where that is so they can start expanding or growing their business profits to the level that they had hoped to. Again, think awareness. That's what marketing is all about. So the shift that's going on is that the buying power is increasingly getting weighted over into a particular demographic. I don't think this is going to be, a huge aha when I talk about this group, but I'm going to dig down into specifics, though, on how that's affecting you. That is the baby boomers. We've been hearing about them for quite some time, born between 1946 and 1964. Well, they're now starting to get a lot of wealth into their hands, very heavily weighted into their hands, as opposed to the younger set. So you want to be aware of them, and you want to become keenly aware of their behaviors, because I think it's their behaviors, their buying preferences, that are changing the entire dynamics of how we do business, and especially how we do business online. So let's get a little more direct here about some of the changes in my industry, and I'll make that clear. I am an internet attraction marketing trainer, and most specifically I work with network marketers. Now, if you followed me at all, you know that my audience is much more than network marketers. And in fact, a recent survey showed that 26% of my audience were not network marketers. So why are these people following me? More traditional business owners, which I know I have a huge following. I've got tens of thousands, actually hundreds of thousands of people who are now on my list. And a good segment of them are not even network marketers. Why is that? Well, because they see the competency of the marketing that I'm demonstrating to them, and they want to learn it too. So you want to pay close attention to this information. So that shift that I was talking about, and the boomers, is their preferences, the way they like to do things, is affecting everything else out in the culture, online. For example, when I said let's get direct, pay-per-click advertising. We know, those of you who are close into this industry know that our industry, our niche, was dramatically affected by it, known as the Google slap. And yes, I'm fully aware there is still yet some training coming out on that, but I can tell you that the glory days of pay-per-click advertising have changed. Many of the big gurus, and I'll say I'm one of them, who basically built my list to the tune of hundreds of thousands, was through pay-per-click advertising. Well, I believe it was the boomers that had an effect on that. Now, of course, we know Google isn't owned by the boomers, I don't believe. I think they're a younger set. But the boomers, when they don't like something, you will feel it. And I don't think they liked so much those dynamics. Here's why. Pay close attention. It's because of a subset inside that boomer population that I believe is causing, they're the second shift, and they are the baby boomer women, known as prime time women or ultimate power consumers. It's because they prefer to shop. Men prefer to buy. And so their entire buying process is dramatically different than men. Some of you may know this. I'll just give you a little quick reference on this. It was a survey that was conducted when men went in to buy a pair of pants. It would take them all of 6 minutes. Women, when they tracked them and found out their average, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Buying pants is an experience for them. All right, I'm not going to go all into that, but I think, go ahead and raise your hand if you know there's a definite difference between how women buy and how men buy. All right, so now to bring this into a close in terms of what that means for this shift is that the female buyers, and especially the primetime women who have loaded wallets, they've got good credit rating and they've got extended credit because they have solid, beefy bank accounts compared to the younger set. They're out there. They are buying, I can assure you. Well, the big shift out of more of the PPC model, pay-per-click. We did see the Google slaps, and really, I have to say, almost regardless whether that happened or not. Okay, and there, you know, we can discuss that one through in terms of is it going to come back to what it used to. It's kind of besides the point. Why? Because who's spending the money? Again, it is the prime-time women, a subset of the entire baby boomer population, which is about 77 million people. Those women are the big spenders. Now, I'm going to get into that more so in another video here. But just to wrap this up, the 3 big shifts that you need to be aware of. The buying power is in the boomers. Pay attention to them. More so, start to become aware and super focused on those prime-time women. Okay, it's estimated they control 2/3 of the assets, and it's a big range in terms of that asset transference that's taking place as they inherit their parents' wealth, estimated to range from $12 trillion to $40 trillion. It's a lot of money. Okay, and the last shift is it's going to accommodate these women through social media. And I know some people question how far that's going to go. It's going to move into extreme innovation and creativity, of which I plan to be a leader in. I'm already leading in that. And through something known as integration marketing. So thanks for listening to this information. I look forward to speaking with you over in the discussion area, or dialoguing with you, that is, over in the discussion area. And let's talk about these big shifts and what it means for you. Thanks so much.